Welcome to the Horizon Audiofiles, a podcast of the Defense Horizon Journal. The Defense Horizon Journal is a professional and academic journal that features essays, reports, and analyses covering geopolitics and law, security and defense policy, peace and conflict studies, applied military science, as well as developments in weapons technology. For more information, go to www.tdhj.org.
Episode Number 12. Legal and Strategic Approaches to AI-Enhanced Threats in Critical Infrastructure by Bianca Linz. Fragile connectivity faces growing cyber threats. In today's increasingly interconnected world, the fabric of our daily lives is woven with intricate and often invisible communication threads. These threads encompass various technologies, from telecommunication networks to satellite connections, forming the essential infrastructure that supports our modern society. This critical framework facilitates global connectivity and drives continuous innovation, acting as the backbone of our daily operations and interactions. However, much like a delicate spider's web, this infrastructure is inherently fragile and susceptible to various threats. While physical threats have traditionally been considered the primary danger, the digital age has introduced a new and pervasive menace: cyber attacks. As the global dependence on technology grows, so does the risk of cyber attacks targeting these vital systems. These attacks, executed through the realm of bits and bytes, can potentially disrupt, damage, and dismantle the very networks on which societies worldwide rely. In the context of the ongoing war in Ukraine, Russian forces have strategically targeted communication networks dependent on satellite technology. A prominent example occurred at the very onset of Russia's invasion when a cyber attack was launched against Viasat's KA-SAT satellite network. This attack not only resulted in a significant loss of communications for the Ukrainian military, but also had widespread ramifications across Europe. Thousands of users were affected, including 5,800 German wind turbines that were rendered offline for weeks, illustrating the extent of collateral damage caused by such cyber attacks. The Russian invasion and its accompanying cyber warfare have underscored the critical necessity of protecting global infrastructure. A successful breach of critical infrastructure can have catastrophic consequences, impacting economic stability, public safety, and national security. The Viasat attack exemplifies how vulnerable interconnected systems are, and how essential services can be disrupted, highlighting the fragile nature of our technological dependencies. The technology landscape continues to evolve rapidly. One of the most pressing concerns is the emergence of AI-enhanced threats, which have shown a marked increase in sophistication. These advanced cyber threats pose new challenges to global efforts in securing critical infrastructure, making it imperative to stay ahead of potential vulnerabilities. Cutting-edge technologies, robust policy frameworks, and international cooperation. This evolving threat landscape necessitates a proactive approach to cybersecurity that involves adopting cutting-edge technologies, robust policy frameworks, and international cooperation. By understanding the intricate dynamics of cyber warfare and investing in resilient infrastructure, governments, industries, and global stakeholders can better prepare to defend against these sophisticated attacks, ensuring the stability and security of our global communication networks. Over the past 25 years, the communications industry has undergone a profound transformation, evolving into a complex network that integrates terrestrial, satellite, and wireless systems. These components are intricately interconnected, creating a multifaceted and dynamic sector. Initially focused primarily on providing voice services, the industry has expanded into a highly competitive and integrated field, offering diverse services. This interconnectedness means that providers across various platforms, satellite, wireless, and wireline, rely on each other to sustain and complete their traffic, often sharing facilities and technologies to ensure seamless interoperability. The ownership and operation of most of this communications infrastructure lie within the private sector. Consequently, it is primarily the private sector's responsibility to ensure the protection and security of its infrastructure and assets. However, the complexity and interdependence of modern communication networks necessitate robust collaboration with governments. Public-private partnerships are crucial in predicting, anticipating, and responding to cyber threats. Such cooperative efforts are essential for safeguarding the integrity of communications, especially during critical times. Maintaining these partnerships is vital for the immediate functioning of communication networks and understanding and mitigating the broader implications of potential disruptions. Effective collaboration ensures that national leadership can communicate during emergencies, supports the operations of other critical sectors, and enhances the overall effectiveness of response and recovery initiatives. In an era where the technology landscape is continuously evolving, the combined efforts of both the private and public sectors are indispensable for maintaining the resilience and security of our communication infrastructure. The vital role of communication networks. Today, the communications sector underpins the functionality of diverse industries, making it an indispensable pillar of modern infrastructure. This interdependence highlights the critical nature of robust and secure communication networks across various domains. One prime example is the relationship between the communications and energy sectors. The energy sector supplies the power to operate cellular towers and communication facilities. Conversely, it relies on robust communication systems to efficiently monitor and control electricity delivery. Communication networks enable real-time data transmission, which is crucial for maintaining the stability and reliability of power grids and managing energy resources effectively. Similarly, the information technology (IT) sector heavily depends on communication networks, which form the backbone of critical control systems, physical architecture, and internet infrastructure. These networks are essential for distributing applications and services, ensuring data flows seamlessly across platforms and devices. The synergy between IT and communications is vital for supporting various digital operations and innovations that drive economic growth and societal advancement. The financial services sector also relies on secure and reliable communication networks to execute transactions and manage the operations of financial markets. The integrity and confidentiality of financial data depend on robust communication infrastructures to prevent fraud and ensure the smooth functioning of global financial systems. Secure communications are indispensable for maintaining trust and stability within the financial ecosystem. In the realm of public safety, the emergency services sector utilizes communication technologies for resource coordination, emergency responses, public alerts, and handling emergency calls. Effective communication is the cornerstone of efficient emergency management, enabling quick and coordinated responses to crises, thereby saving lives and mitigating damage. The transportation systems sector depends on communication systems to oversee and manage traffic movement across ground, sea, and air routes. Communication networks facilitate the real-time exchange of information necessary for navigation, traffic control, and logistics management, ensuring the safe and efficient transport of goods and passengers. These examples underscore robust communication systems' importance as a critical infrastructure cornerstone. Given this significance, it is clear that communication systems remain a prime target for nation-state threat actors. These adversaries are increasingly leveraging the power of artificial intelligence, AI, to employ more sophisticated and stealthy techniques. AI-enhanced methods allow these actors to establish long-term presence and evade detection more effectively, posing significant challenges to cybersecurity. By harnessing AI, threat actors can automate complex tasks, refine their strategies, and adapt quickly to changing security environments. This makes it increasingly difficult to protect vital systems against breaches and disruptions. The dual-use nature of certain infrastructures, such as space-based communication systems, which serve both civilian and military purposes, further amplifies the risk. Protecting these systems is paramount to ensuring national security, economic stability, and public safety. The responsibility of safeguarding critical infrastructure. Yet, the primary responsibility for safeguarding the infrastructure and assets of the communications sector lies with the private sector. Envision the catastrophic impact if communication systems were to fail for a day, a week, or even a month. Such failures would disrupt technical operations and have profound ripple effects across geopolitical, social, economic, and psychological domains. The economy would suffer, societal functions would be hindered, national security would be compromised, and the psychological well-being of the population would be severely affected. Since Russia's most recent invasion of Ukraine, the global cyber threat landscape has dramatically evolved. More aggressive state actors now engage in hybrid warfare, blending traditional military tactics with sophisticated cyber operations. The Viasat hack is a clear example of how cyber operations extend beyond the immediate conflict in Ukraine, impacting a wide range of targets. The cyber battlefield now includes social media platforms, private and public information networks, and critical infrastructures. Western companies, media, and government services are increasingly being attacked, with AI being utilized in various forms to enhance the sophistication and effectiveness of these assaults. These hybrid threats pose a severe risk of escalating conflicts and increasing the likelihood of direct confrontations between nations. Despite the growing urgency, achieving effective cooperation among democratic governments, agencies, and the private sector in the realm of cybersecurity remains a significant challenge. Governments worldwide are indeed taking steps to enhance the security and resilience of critical infrastructure through various regulations. These efforts are crucial in bolstering cyber defenses. However, the introduction of new laws and regulations also brings challenges, such as the potential for overlapping or inconsistent requirements across different jurisdictions, which can complicate compliance and implementation. To effectively combat cyber threats, a broader, multifaceted approach is essential. This approach should include updating and harmonizing legal frameworks across jurisdictions to close regulatory gaps and ensure consistent enforcement of cybersecurity standards globally. Fostering international collaboration is critical. This requires coordinated efforts between governments, international organizations, and the private sector to share intelligence, establish common protocols, and respond swiftly to cyber incidents. Involvement from industries is equally important, as they are often the first line of defense against cyber attacks. Furthermore, harnessing the potential of AI for defense involves investing in AI-driven threat detection systems, automating responses to cyber incidents, and developing machine learning algorithms that can adapt to emerging threats in real time. By integrating these elements, such a strategy will not only fortify critical infrastructure, but also anticipate and mitigate future cyber threats in a rapidly evolving technological landscape. Shifting the cybersecurity posture from one of reaction to one of proactive, cooperative, and holistic defense is essential. This involves anticipating threats before they manifest, fostering information sharing across borders and industries, and developing adaptive strategies leveraging technological advancements. For instance, AI and machine learning are increasingly being used to detect threats in real time by analyzing vast amounts of data for unusual patterns of behavior, as seen in platforms like Darktrace and CrowdStrike. These technologies enable faster detection and response to cyber attacks. Additionally, automated incident response systems, such as SOAR, security orchestration, automation, and response, allow for the automation of responses to detected threats, improving response times and reducing human error. By implementing such measures, vital systems can be better protected, ensuring their resilience and maintaining the continued stability of an increasingly interconnected world. A global cooperative cybersecurity framework. Developing a comprehensive global cybersecurity framework that encompasses strategic, legal, and technical aspects is imperative to address the ever-evolving landscape of cyber threats. This framework must be designed to ensure robust cybersecurity measures while promoting international cooperation and the adoption of advanced technologies. Firstly, the framework should implement robust cybersecurity measures and include comprehensive updates and enforcement of international laws. This involves establishing common grounds on the application of international law and clarifying how it applies to the behaviors of different actors in cyberspace. By creating a unified legal approach, nations can better coordinate their efforts to deter and respond to cyber threats. Moreover, the legal regulations within this framework must facilitate international cooperation and interoperability across various sectors. Encouraging the adoption of advanced technologies is crucial to staying ahead of cyber adversaries. Legal measures should focus on not only addressing immediate vulnerabilities, but also promoting an environment of continuous improvement and learning. This includes laying the groundwork for enhanced encryption, authentication, biometrics, analytics, and automated network security. Public-private cooperation must be a cornerstone of this framework. Enhanced collaboration regarding cyber threat intelligence sharing is essential. Protecting critical technologies, such as cloud computing and data centers, requires a joint effort between governments and the private sector. Legal regulations should foster such cooperation, ensuring that both parties are equipped to share information and resources effectively. Resiliency must also be a key focus. This can be achieved through targeted investments, partnerships, and international cooperation. Enhancing the resilience of critical infrastructures allows for better preparation to withstand and recover from cyber attacks. Laws should support these efforts by encouraging investments in cybersecurity measures and promoting collaboration between nations and industries. Another critical component is improving the investigation and prosecution of cybercrimes, particularly ransomware attacks and targeting illicit cryptocurrency exchanges. Effective legal frameworks should equip law enforcement agencies with the necessary tools and resources to track, apprehend, and prosecute cybercriminals. This includes enhancing cross-border cooperation and establishing clear protocols for investigating cybercrimes. In addition, a concerted effort must foster an environment of innovation and technological advancement within cybersecurity. This involves investing in cutting-edge research and development and ensuring that there are pathways for the swift adoption and implementation of new technologies. Educational initiatives and training programs are essential to cultivate a skilled workforce in the latest cybersecurity techniques and methodologies. Another important aspect is the establishment of global standards and best practices. Organizations and nations can ensure a cohesive and unified defense against cyber threats by developing and adhering to universally accepted cybersecurity protocols. These standards should be continuously reviewed and updated to reflect the latest technological advancements and emerging threats. Finally, promoting a culture of cybersecurity awareness and responsibility at all levels of society is crucial. Public awareness campaigns, industry-led initiatives, and governmental policies should all aim to educate individuals and organizations about cybersecurity's importance and their role in maintaining a secure digital environment. A coordinated and multifaceted approach. Developing this comprehensive global cybersecurity framework is not only necessary but urgent. The complexity and scale of cyber threats require a coordinated and multifaceted approach that leverages the strengths of all stakeholders involved. Through strategic, legal, and technical collaboration, a robust defense system can be built to protect critical infrastructure and ensure the stability and security of an interconnected world. To build an effective global cooperative cybersecurity framework, it is essential to establish clear priorities that address the multifaceted nature of cyber threats and the diverse needs of the stakeholders involved. These priorities should encompass a range of strategic, technological, and collaborative efforts to enhance global cybersecurity resilience. A priority should be identifying and continuously monitoring the evolving threat landscape posed by state actors and advanced criminal hacking groups. Understanding these adversaries' tactics, techniques, and procedures is crucial for developing proactive defense mechanisms. This requires a robust intelligence-gathering infrastructure, supported by international collaboration, to share insights and threat intelligence in real time. Securing critical infrastructure through the adoption of new technologies is another vital aspect. This includes the modernization of security architectures and the adaptation of strategies based on security by design principles. By integrating security measures at the inception of system development rather than as an afterthought, inherently secure infrastructures can be created, making them more resistant to attacks. Advanced encryption and biometric technologies should also be a focal point. Developing quantum-proof encryption methods and keyless authentication systems will be essential in safeguarding sensitive data against future threats posed by advancements in quantum computing. These technologies will provide robust protection for communication channels and critical data repositories. The further development and deployment of AI technologies are crucial for real-time horizon scanning and network monitoring. AI can significantly enhance our ability to detect and respond to emerging threats by analyzing vast data at unprecedented speeds. This will enable more effective threat detection, rapid response, and mitigation strategies. Access and identity management, aligned with zero trust guidelines, should be prioritized to ensure that only authenticated and authorized users can access critical systems and data. Implementing strict access controls and continuous verification processes will minimize the risk of unauthorized access and potential breaches. Endpoint protection must also be addressed, particularly in the context of the Internet of Things, IoT, and hardware security vulnerabilities. IoT refers to the vast network of interconnected devices, ranging from smart home appliances to industrial sensors, that communicate and exchange data via the Internet. These devices often lack robust built-in security, leaving them susceptible to cyber attacks. Securing these endpoints has become increasingly complex with the proliferation of connected devices. Employing comprehensive endpoint protection strategies will help safeguard against threats targeting these devices and the networks they connect to. Cooperative cyber incident response mechanisms are essential for effectively managing and mitigating the impact of cyber incidents. Establishing protocols for coordinated responses across borders and sectors will enhance our ability to contain and resolve incidents swiftly, minimizing damage and facilitating recovery. Fragmentation of current efforts. While numerous initiatives and collaborations are already making significant progress, the need for a more strategic and cohesive approach remains evident. The fragmented nature of current efforts often leads to inefficiencies and gaps in our collective cybersecurity defenses. It is imperative to consider adopting a more centralized approach to address the growing cybersecurity threats and the limitations posed by our existing cybersecurity strategies and governance structures. While achieving consensus on such a framework at the United Nations level may be challenging due to varying member state interests, and NATO and the EU do not encompass all nations, bringing together stakeholders from governments, academia, industry, and international organizations is crucial. This diverse coalition can help coordinate efforts without imposing unwanted oversight, respecting participating entities' sovereignty and operational independence. Therefore, a compelling proposal is the establishment of an international agency that transcends the boundaries of existing transnational organizations and supranational structures such as the European Union, the G7, and NATO. This approach requires fostering a spirit of collaboration where stakeholders voluntarily share information, best practices, and resources. Establishing forums and platforms for regular dialogue and cooperation will facilitate this process, ensuring that all parties remain engaged and committed to the collective goal of enhancing global cybersecurity resilience. A centralized international agency would serve as a focal point for global cybersecurity efforts, facilitating deeper international cooperation among Western allies. This enhanced collaboration is pivotal in addressing the complexities of modern cyber threats, which often transcend national borders and require a coordinated response. Such an agency could harmonize policies, standardize best practices, and ensure a rapid, unified response to emerging threats. Furthermore, this proposed approach would enhance the protection of critical infrastructures and bolster societal resilience and national security. A more robust defense mechanism could be created by fostering a deeper level of cooperation among like-minded Western allies, leveraging participating nations' collective strengths and resources. This would enable a more comprehensive understanding of the cyber threat landscape, as the international agency could provide a clearer picture of adversaries' tactics, techniques, and procedures by pooling intelligence and resources. This collective intelligence would be invaluable in developing proactive defense strategies and staying ahead of evolving threats. The centralized agency could also play a crucial role in advancing research and development in cybersecurity. By coordinating efforts across nations and industries, innovation and the adoption of cutting-edge technologies could be driven forward, enhancing current defenses and preparing for future challenges, ensuring resilience in the face of rapidly evolving cyber threats. Additionally, the agency would facilitate improved incident response and crisis management. A centralized entity responsible for coordinating responses to cyber incidents can ensure a more efficient and effective reaction to major breaches and attacks. This would involve technical mitigation and strategic communication and recovery efforts, minimizing the impact on affected sectors and populations. A global cybersecurity framework. The necessity for a comprehensive global cybersecurity framework has become increasingly evident in today's interconnected and technology-dependent world. The vulnerabilities exposed by recent cyber attacks, such as those on Viasat's KASAT satellite network during the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, underscore the critical need for robust and coordinated cybersecurity measures. These incidents have highlighted the fragility of communication networks, and the profound ripple effects that disruptions can cause across geopolitical, social, economic, and psychological domains. The transformation of the communications industry over the past 25 years into a complex, interconnected network of terrestrial, satellite, and wireless systems further amplifies the importance of securing these infrastructures. The private sector, which owns and operates most of this infrastructure, bears significant responsibility for its protection. However, the complexity and scale of modern cyber threats necessitate a collaborative approach involving both the private sector and governments. The proposed global cybersecurity framework should prioritize identifying and monitoring evolving threats, securing critical infrastructure with new technologies, and modernizing security architectures. Emphasis should be placed on advanced encryption, biometric authentication, AI-driven threat detection, and adherence to zero-trust principles in access and identity management. Additionally, comprehensive endpoint protection and cooperative cyber incident response mechanisms are essential to address the vulnerabilities associated with the IoT and other emerging technologies. Public-private cooperation is crucial for effective cybersecurity. Enhanced collaboration on threat intelligence sharing, protection of critical technologies, and investments in resiliency measures will strengthen collective defenses. Legal frameworks must evolve to facilitate international cooperation, promote continuous improvement, and support the adoption of advanced security measures. The establishment of a centralized international agency dedicated to cybersecurity, transcending existing structures such as the European Union, G7, and NATO, would provide a strategic, unified approach to managing cyber threats. This agency would harmonize policies, standardize best practices, and coordinate responses to cyber incidents, leveraging the collective strengths and resources of participating nations and industries. Moreover, fostering a culture of cybersecurity awareness through educational initiatives and training programs is essential. Equipping professionals with the necessary skills and promoting a collective sense of responsibility will contribute to a more resilient cybersecurity posture. The path forward requires a multifaceted and proactive approach. By integrating strategic, legal, and technical elements into a cohesive global framework, and allowing room for tailored national responses, international cooperation and innovation can flourish. This will help protect critical infrastructures and ensure the stability and security of the digital world. Such an approach will enable the anticipation and mitigation of cyber threats effectively, safeguarding societies and economies against the challenges of the evolving cyber landscape. The author, Dr. Bianca Linz, LL.M. Space, Cybersecurity, Critical Infrastructures, Electronic Communications, AI, Law. Publications include I.A. Linz/Schroeffel, HRSG, The Cyber and Information Space Matrix, a conceptual framework, including critical infrastructure space, to come. Linz, Guiding and Inspiring the Next Generation of Cybersecurity Professionals. Digital First Magazine, 2 2024. Linz, Space Diplomacy, Top Cyber News Magazine, June 2024. Linz, Cybersecurity in M&A Transactions Within the Satellite Industry, Top Cyber News Magazine, June 2024. Cybersicherheit von Kryptoassets, in Pisker/Fulcale, HRSG, Blockchain Rules 2, 2024. Wien, Mans, Linz, Internationales Weltraumrecht und die Rolle des nationalen, Liechtensteinesken, Rechts, eine Einführung. LJZ, Liechtensteinische Juristenzeitung, 3 2023. Law, Space, Cybersecurity. The views contained in this article are the authors alone and do not represent the views of the Liechtenstein administration.
This was the Horizon Audiofiles, a podcast of the Defense Horizon Journal. For more information, go to www.tdhj.org. Thank you for listening.